If you want to record phone calls on POCO C85, the first thing that you can do is check if you have the built-in option available for you. So for example, if you are on a call, there's a chance that you will find a recording button somewhere over here, or you might want to tap on more in order to try to find it. However, in my case, as you can see, this option is not available, and it might not be available in your case as well, of course. The phone call recording is accessible in some regions, in some countries. I believe in many European countries, this option is actually not accessible, so we cannot use it. And you might also find the call recording option in the recorder app that is pre-installed for us. So if you go to calls over here, then of course in theory, you should be able to find them. And this could also mean that we can record these calls, so you can try to do that. But in my case, as you can see, it says that I cannot record calls. So if you cannot record phone calls just like I cannot do so with a built-in option, then what you can do is you can get a third-party app that allows you to record phone calls. And for example, if you look for an example app, we can just simply search for Call Recorder in the Play Store. And you should be able to find a bunch of different apps that in theory should be able to let you install apps. But I think one of the best ones that you can use is Call Recorder Cube ACR. This is the one that I've been using on many different smartphones, and most of the time there were no issues at all with recording these calls. Or maybe you had to do like some small adjustments, but generally speaking, I believe this is one of the best ones available on the Play Store. However, of course, feel free to try any other app that is available over there. I'm not really forcing you, of course, to use this one. It is also not sponsored or anything. This is just my personal preference. And like I said, if you don't like this one, there are many other apps that you can find in there that you can try out as well. So I'm going to show you how to set this app up. So once we open the app, we have to go next. We need to grant some permissions. And this app also uses additional, like a helper app that helps the main app run correctly. But first, let's continue setting up this one. So we can add the app to the auto start so that we don't have to manually turn it on whenever we restart our phone, for example. So we added the Cube ACR over here. I think I added something by accident as well, but that's fine. I think Facebook, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. Now over here we can disable power optimization, so we can set it to no restrictions. Then we don't have to agree to geotagging, so we can press OK, got it. We have the premium offer, which we can close by using this X in the upper left corner. We can do this twice. And then we have the option to install the helper, so we're gonna do so. You will open a browser with a page where we can download the helper. So I'm going to use the download helper APK, and you will have to allow the browser to install unknown apps. So if we try to start the installation, if you do so, then you will see a message that, of course, this apps comes from an unknown source, and you will have to grant the permission for the browser to let the browser install it. And it's really intuitive. You just have to agree to the window that will appear over there, so you can actually enable that option. But once you do install the app, then of course we can open it, and we need to set it up as well. And the setup is pretty similar. So we need to grant permissions first. But then once we are over here, you want to go to accessibility. So let's open accessibility in here. Next, we want to go to downloaded apps. And you want to tap on Cube ACR app connector. Even though the app is grayed out, this option is grayed out, you want to actually tap on it in order to open this message. And then let's close it. And let's go back to the app. Then we're gonna go to apps over here. We need to find the helper in here. So let's scroll down a little bit. Let's search for Cube ACR helper. Tap on more at the bottom and choose allow restricted settings. Of course, you need to verify yourself. And there we go. Now we're gonna go back and let's reopen accessibility, go to downloaded apps. Now we can go to Cube ACR app connector and we need to enable it. We need to select that we are aware of possible risks. And after 10 seconds, we can press this red OK button. There we go. Now we're gonna add the helper to the auto start as well. There we go. Let's go back. We need to disable the power optimization, so let's set it to no restrictions. Okay. We are asked to do so again for some reason, but we can just go back. And now the helper setup is complete, so we can open the main app. Now, once you open the main app, it is recommended to check these 3 lines in the top left corner to make sure that recording is enabled. And also you can go through recording settings, for example, in order to set the app up for your own needs. Generally speaking, the app can start recording phone calls automatically. We don't have to do anything. As long as the app is somewhat running in the background, it should be good to go. So I'm going to call myself now. And once we start the call, you should be able to see a notification over here from Cubase CR and the helper that both are active and working. So of course, this is the indicator that our our phone call is being recorded right now. And what I have to mention is that if the recording later on seems to be not clear, if you cannot hear the other person clearly on the recording, you might want to use the loudspeaker over here for that additional clarity that might be necessary. So this is one of the main things that you have to keep in mind, that you might want to use the loudspeaker. And once you are done with the call, of course, the recording should be also done, and you should be able to find your recordings in the main app over here. There we go, which we can of course listen to. We can also tap on these 3 dots in order to find some other stuff in here as well. But that is pretty much it. Subscribe to my channel.